freaking knee. What is that even doing there? Hey everybody, welcome to the basement, welcome to the channel if you haven't been here before, and while I'm still in charge around here, we're gonna take a look at something I picked up recently that is entirely for me. This is for me, not for anybody else. Tracey can look at it, Tracey can share it, but this wasn't a decision that was like, oh, I think we'd like that, oh, we might like that for the basement. No, this was me. This was all me. I wanted it. I had to leave with it. I got it. It's mine. So I wanted to do a video on something that I was pretty passionate about, and if you guys follow me, or if you guys have been following us for a long time, you know I am a Friday the 13th nut. So, I saw this in a local comic shop when I was out of town. Now, around here, the stores don't really get a lot of NECA stuff, I find. Even up Toys R Us in the city, which is like 3 hours drive away, they don't have much NECA stuff either. It's not something that's easily found around here for some reason, which is surprising because they're such a big company and they make lots of great stuff. So when I saw this on the shelf, I had to leave with it. I just had to go, especially Friday the 13th Part 4. One of my two favorite Jason movies. I flip-flop depending on the mood I'm in. If I'm looking for the more straight slasher horror, this is my favorite, and I'm in the mood for the more cheesy, fun, goofy, over the top, I'm usually leaning towards Part 6. So I flip-flop between those two for my favorites all the time. But one of my favorite ones, NECA, always does great on these Ultimate figures. I had to check it out. Now the first thing you'll notice is the box. And of course, as with all the Ultimate figures, the box is amazing. It's always done to represent or kind of, you know, reference the old movie covers or the video game covers, depending on the figure. This one, exactly like when I found Friday the 13th Part 4 in the video store when I was a kid on VHS tape. It's just so awesome. The classic movie poster, the classic VHS cover, I love it. Very nice packaging all around. As you know, I take everything out of the box anyway, but Ultimate figures are something I usually like to incorporate the box into the display with if I can. At least for the 8-bits and things like that, because I like having the video game covers in the background and stuff. Opening it up, and there is the figure there. You can see they always have a nice display shot on the side here. The figure displayed all in its glory there, just waiting for me to open it. So come on, let's stop beating around the bush. Let's get this guy open. Oh, do I love companies that do collector-friendly packaging. I love them. I love it. Oh, do I hate when companies do twist ties. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, so there we go. Luckily, he only had one twist tie in here, but there was a lot of tape because he has a lot of accessories in there. Like, there is quite a bit to help you kind of get him in the feel for your favorite scene from that movie. So here he is here. As you can see, he's getting kind of grody by the fourth movie there. He's got his shirt is kind of dark green now. His pants, which were once a light color, are super stained. He's basically blood-soaked now. He's got big blood stains going down his legs. This guy, he's been through it. He's been through a lot of teenager carnage at this point. His mask is very well done. It's got the axe chip in the top there from when the axe gets him in the third movie. His head's all kind of darkish browning and bumpy, you know. He's, like you said, he's getting a little bit grosser than the previous movie. He's all dark brown hands. He's got these long black fingernails that are kind of nasty. You know, it's a good film. It's a good film accurate representation of the character. Now, it's NECA, so usually when I first open it, I like to kind of just bend the points a little bit. There's lots of articulation in these figures, but every now and then you get them, sometimes they're a little stiff. So I like to kind of just move them just a little bit gently first before I start really playing around with it, because I don't want to snap any joints or anything like that. Sometimes putting them in like lukewarm water can kind of help with that too, but I don't want to go crazy with it right away. So as I said, he's getting kind of nasty by this point, and of course you can take the mask off and look at that. There's a face only a mother would love, and you know, that kind of makes sense. That kind of has a point in the Jason movies, because, you know, Jason's mom, the whole deal. Yeah, okay, go watch the movies. If you don't know, go watch the movies. Come on, you should know this stuff. He comes with his mother's tombstone there too, and he also comes with an alternate head, which it's basically the same mask on it, but everything's like a little darker. It's coming towards the end of the movie. The blood on the top corner where the axe get him, it's getting a little kind of crusted into the mask, you know. He's been running around with it for a while. And you take the face off here, and this is really cool. Let me get this accessory out here. What's cool about this, and I actually would have been kind of disappointed if they didn't do this, because this is awesome. Spoiler alert for a, you know, how many year old slasher movie. You know, it's not a deep, concentrated plot, so let's not worry about spoiling it. Jason had, like, a bunch more movies after this, so this, you can take the machete, and it's got a slit along the side of his head, and you can do like the end of the movie where Corey Feldman comes and hits him with the machete, and it goes right into his head. Look at that. And then he kind of slides down on the machete, you know, for all you people who are a little squeamish and can't quite handle it. You can recreate that scene. That is really cool right there. But that's not the only accessory. Like, he has a ton of accessories here. He's got the axe that he fires through the door to get the girl. He's got the, you know, medical saw, that the hack saw that he gets Buddy at the start with. The neck. Ugh, this is turning into a video about murder. I sound like a psychopath, but it's awesome. But he's got the cleaver. He's got the knife. He's got an extra hand here for holding things with a better grip. But what's really amazing is he comes with the corkscrew. Ted, where's the corkscrew? If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Because, come on, he uses a corkscrew as a weapon. That's freaking awesome. So this, combined with the cleaver, this is what's used to dispose of the absolutely awesome Crispin Glover in the movie, who provides us one of the best dances cinema has ever given us. Him and probably Ed Harris in Creepshow. Two of the best dances horror has ever given us. So, shame to see him go sometimes, or maybe that dance was just so bad you wanted to see him go. But the fact that they included the corkscrew, that is just so awesome. I love it. So I'm just going to pop the machete in his hand here. And one thing, a complaint I heard, I don't know if it was much a complaint or just an observation, but somebody said it's a little similar to the third movie. And I have the third movie figure here. This is the figure that Dave over at Everyday Geeks sent us in the Channel Surfing box swap quite a while back. And yeah, there are similarities. I would expect there to be some similarities, considering, you know, Part 4 pretty much is in the same couple hours after Part 3 ends. But there are distinct differences in these figures. There's actually a lot. When I first brought it up, I was like, yeah, I could see that. But there's definitely actually a lot of differences. Number one, he's not quite grody and blood-soaked yet. He's a lot lighter in this figure. Like, all of his clothes are still, I mean, they're ragged, they're dirty, they got blood on them, but they're not as worn in as these ones here. Definitely by far. He's got different accessories too. This one actually comes with an insane amount of accessories. I'm really impressed with that. Of course, the face sculpt is a little different because he looked a little bit different in the third movie, and NECA, you know, they try to strive for being movie accurate. His hands and stuff, they're still not quite grody yet, whereas here, he's all dirty. He's got the big, long, black fingernails, all the blood underneath them. Everything is just more dirty and grody, and I would say a little bit more menacing in this one. If you did find them too similar and you had to only pick one, I would probably go with the Part 4. I think this is the better figure overall. But honestly, there is enough difference here, and especially if you're a Friday the 13th fan, that you could easily want both of them. I love having both of them. I think they're great. I think NECA's Friday the 13th figures are absolutely fantastic. I recommend them to any horror fan. They just look great out of the box, and the boxes are great display pieces to go with them. So what do you guys think of these two figures? Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the Friday the 13th Part 3 or the Part 4 figure? I'm gonna give it to the Part 4, like I said. The detail is amazing on both of them. I just love the grodiness. I love the detail in all the ruffles, you know, the little wrinkles on his shirt. I think they captured Ted White's Jason very, very well. That one would be my favorite of the two. But like I said, they're both winning figures. They're both awesome figures. But let me know which one was your favorite in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, give me a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat at Tracey's Basement. You can catch me, Jason from TB, on Twitter. And of course, as always, keep coming back for more of Tracey's Basement.